welcome to the Dog Proudly Broadcast.
And welcome to the Dot Comedy Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I am DJ Marcus, and you are joining me live in the Dot Comedy Studios. But I'm never alone. I'm with my boy Joey LaFaro. Joe, say hello to the people.
Hi, people.
Oh man, Joey, we have our guest host back in the building. Her head is bald-ish. Got a little bit of hair there, like a landing strip. Candace August, welcome back to the show.
I'm trying to angle the camera so you can't see those clothes on the dress that I didn't fold.
Oh man. Oh, we got special guests this week, Joey.
We do.
I guess he's back in the building to hang out with us one more time. It's Chip Jones. Chip, welcome back to the show.
Hello. Thanks for having me back.
Of course, man. Of course. Joey, it's been a week, my friend. I've had ups. I've had downs. I've had all arounds. It's been a week, man. It's been a long goddamn week. I am.
Wait. All arounds. Isn't that a prostitute thing? I want the all arounds. Isn't that the?
Well, sometimes depends on what you want to pay for.
Is that $75 for the all around nowadays?
That's the reach around, I think.
If I can get one of those, it'd be the end of a good week.
Is it all around or reach around with both hands?
It's too long.
Yeah.
Her arms too long.
Around the world? Is it around the world? Is that what it is?
that would be it around the world.
Okay.
Oh man. But yeah, man, Joey, it's been a long week, man. We had a good show last week with our special guest last week.
Yes, we did.
Who was on last week?
I was stalling because I know it was Anwar, but like it felt so long.
It felt like a long time ago.
I had to remind. I was like, that seems like it was forever ago. That can't be right. No, Anwar Fikri was on with us last week. He was he was an absolutely awesome guest. So that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And he will be joining us on a Comedy Shows Near Me show at the end of September.
Awesome. Man.
And he also has
wait. Isn't it podcast etiquette not to talk of the great guy that came on before your host tonight? Isn't that?
I wasn't going to, but I got yelled at. So
No, it wasn't a matter of yelling. It was I didn't get Candace. Yeah,
I got looked at sternly for not mentioning it. So that
well,
don't blame me.
The look for me was more or less going, I forgot who it was. So hey, Joey, dig me out that hole I just dug myself in.
Right.
It happens that way. The podcast works in duality. If my life is going sideways, I look to Joey. And I look at him I look at him right now.
It's not a good.
My wife and I do that at parties all the time, where you come up to somebody you don't know who it is, and you're like, hello, great to see you, and you look to your spouse to make sure that they can call out that name. It's like,
so sometimes you need that extra pair of eyes to tell you who the hell is really going on.
I'm awful with names. You shouldn't rely on me for names at all. I'm the one who always forgets people's names. I got no faces, but there's so many people I completely forget their name.
Oh, then you haven't listened to the Dot Comedy Podcast then. Because I forget everybody's name.
No, it's different. You're dyslexic. That's not the same thing.
Listen, we're not going to bring up people's disabilities and put them on display here. If we were, then we would be talking about Candace's swoop neck. Candace, what kind of shirt you got on this week? What shirt you got on?
It's a dress that I have on.
All right. Well, that's good. I'm glad.
And it matches.
It does. It matches the hair.
Are you going out tonight, or did you get back from going out
tonight? No, this is blue and my hair is purple.
Oh.
Now it doesn't match. Damn.
Yeah. Now
thing up.
It's less exciting now, right?
We can't tell on a video on a stream camera. You should have just left that alone.
Like, oh yeah,
That's
I'm
right.
doing it.
And the audio audience would have had no idea.
Yeah.
That's how the beauty.
Right.
Of
Right.
They would have thought it was their display that was messing up. Yeah.
Yep. Oh man, but yeah, Candace. So you decided to cut your hair off.
Yeah, the locks are gone. I joined a boot camp gym. I changed my diet, like everything. I'm just changing everything. Like we're just trying to radically change and just become better and healthier. I'm trying to get a jump on a New Year's resolution, right? I want to already be healthy and be at my goal weight by the time New Year starts. And
Sweet.
having that much hair, well, all my locks, just where I'm at now, it's so hot. And it just, it was a lot. And then going to the gym every day too, it just was too much. I was like, I don't need hair right now. This is, I'll get it back later. Right now I'm focused on fitness and I just don't need that.
So yeah, you told us in our myriad of group chats that you joined you doing boot camps.
This is gonna be when she keeps it short forever because she's gonna realize she can just wear wigs.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, for Black women, you never really have to have short hair. I could go get a weave at any moment, So, but this is what I want right now is super low maintenance because I'm at the gym 5 to 6 times a week. Right. Like I don't need to have to come home, retwist my locks every single day. It's too much.
Mm-hmm. I support it.
That's what I did. I had to cut it all off, Joey,
Mm-hmm.
because I kept coming home and it was balding right in the middle. And
Oh,
I
man.
had to make sure that it matched the rest. So I just cut it all off.
Yeah.
So I couldn't yeah, Joey has the same problem.
More of a Friar Tuck situation.
Yeah.
Trying to
I'm feeling like this is a dreadlock intervention. Are you guys trying to tell me something?
No, sir. No, sir.
no.
Dreadlocks are amazing.
Well, you know mine, right?
impressive.
Should I pull them out?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that's why. How long have you had yours?
31 years.
Wow. Had mine for 7, almost 8 years. And they just, another thing too, is they were just too heavy. Like I felt like they were kind of pulling. I was just done with them for now. I could always start again, but they had become just cumbersome and just too heavy. And it was damaging like my roots and my edges because they were pulling. And I was just like, let's get rid of these for now. I'm focused on other things.
My dreadlocks are 5 foot 5 inches now.
Oh, wow.
They're almost as tall as me.
So yeah, so it's like when I sit down, I got to make sure they're in the seat or they're on the ground. I can't.
Hey. I've never had one.
And you got to do that thing where you have to sweep them forward before you sit on the toilet, or they're going to wind up in the toilet.
Yeah, that would be.
Oh my goodness.
I can't even fathom what that would be like.
That would be irreparable.
I would totally forget, and I would have dunked them several times.
Damn. All right. Well, I don't know where that one seemed a little off, Joe.
That would have been when I go, nope, this isn't gonna work. I would have chickened out. The first accidental dunk, I'd be like, nope, I'm done with this.
If Joey had locks, I wouldn't be his friend. I'm just telling Joey.
Locks, just long hair.
I wouldn't be your friend if you had long hair.
If I had hair you probably shouldn't be my friend.
No,
If I have hair that's almost as long as my body, that would be really strange.
that'd be a conversation to have like first time we met. It's like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
What am I? It's my head tail. I would just have it all woven into one thing.
Oh man, but anything happened to you this week, Joe?
We had an awesome show at comedy shows near me at McGinty's.
Yes, we did.
Stacy Carver headlined for us.
Mhm.
Mia came back and she was our feature, and Mikhail Exum made his it was his first show where he was on the flyer, he told me. So it was a fun night. It was a packed house. We had like it was packed in there. We had someone from I'm So DC, the Instagram group. They do promotions around the area, and they were in the house, and they brought a bunch of friends.
Awesome.
So it was really cool to see One, so many of our former podcast guests come together on a show.
Yeah.
And then also for that show to be that great. And then Stacey Carver invited me to his room this Saturday, and I got to perform there, and that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to Nottingham's and ran into Danny Charnley, who I have not seen. And it was ran into Danny Charnley and Frankie J. Two people I haven't seen in like 10 years.
It's been about that.
Well, not 10.
That dude has lied to me so many times. So many times. Danny Charnley.
Really?
Well,
Like
I guess
he just used to lie about paid gigs, like I guess just for, I don't know, clout or to feel important. He used to just make them up all the time, and they never really existed. And then I was new then, so I didn't know who was who, and I used to believe him. That dude is like that dude's pathological.
He was talking to me in an interesting way. I think he was like, because we were the only ones there at Nottingham's when it started as usual, and but it ended up being kind of fun eventually.
It sounds like you're making up a bunch of extra words in there.
I'm trying not to be a dick.
Okay.
But it was good. It was good to actually like bump into some people I haven't seen in a while. So
Yeah.
Then I got to go check out Fairuz Lounge and Village Brauhaus yesterday with Latif Idris.
Okay, cool.
And who will be hosting this upcoming show on the 25th for us at Comedy Shows Near Me.
Really?
Yeah. And then I went to Peyton Warner and Vinny Lombardi's room at Brauhaus. So it was good to see that everybody's got good stuff going on. Some cool stuff happening.
The 25th, that's the one I'm guesting on, right? Is that...
Yes. You beat me to the punch, but yes.
Oh, sorry.
I was getting there eventually, but I'm glad you said that because I'm tired. I'm sorry. I'm not functioning very well. Yeah, so it was fun. I got to experience what it would be like to do stand up when you've had too much chili and it is not cooperating with you. Yeah. I was like, because it's challenging, because like normally when you have that feeling in the pit of your stomach, it's because you're nervous. So it was weird to have it like artificial nervousness.
Very true.
As I tried to perform my set and to have to like kind of like make sure that didn't come through my body language. Like, I'm not nervous about my material. I'm nervous because I might have an accident. It's a different kind of nervous.
About to go
I know a lot of comics that drop a deuce before they go on stage. That's their protocol. They always do that
on purpose. Yeah, there's some people who have to throw up before they go on stage too.
Mm-hmm. Get the nerves out.
I don't know any of them personally, but I've heard of this.
I did when we went on stage.
Yeah.
When I went up and I did so amazing, and you still don't give me credit for
up.
I threw up right before.
Right before, or we joint hosted.
Yes. Because that was amazing. I did such a great job, didn't I, Joey?
So excited. Yeah, such a good job.
That was awesome. First time on stage, damn near better than Kevin Hart. I swear to God, Joey said it.
Oh my God.
Joey said it out of his mouth. I know I was. It's okay. You don't have to tell me twice. I know how good I am. But at the end of the day, I'm just a humble DJ. Just a very humble DJ. So anything happened to you this week, Candace?
Yeah, I joined this boot camp gym. And I go like 4 to 5 times a week. Like, you guys, I am like, this is the first thing that I stuck with in I don't know how long. And I'm working out so hard that like I'm breaking out. I don't know if you could see, but I have like pimples and shit right here just from like just all the toxins and sweat that are like purging from my body. I went to the dermatologist because I don't get acne. I never break out. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Oh my God. I'm like, I'm dying. And she was like, honey, it's just pimples. Just like, she was like, here, take this cream and get out of here. It's just pimples.
It's not monkeypox.
And she was like, did you recently start working out or start something like that? I was like, yeah, I just joined a gym. And she was like, yeah, when you first start purging the toxins, your skin's gonna react to it. That's all that is. And I was like, my God, like, just I don't know who knew that working out would change even my skin periodically.
Mm-hmm.
It does. I get back knee when I start like a new like intense workout program. And then my girlfriend uses me as bubble wrap. I become bubble wrap.
Just pops them.
No, I'm not allowed to pop them myself. Like she yeah.
How do you know they're there?
I don't. She just checks periodically, and if they're there,
Are they not itchy? You can't feel it?
I mean, sometimes I do, but I don't really like. No, I'm kind of.
She checks under the tall grass.
I'm like one of those like old dinosaurs that just keeps moving, and there's like a whole like ecosystem living on its back. You know, that kind of.
Yeah.
She pulls all those weeds apart, and you know your hairy back. And then she checks to make sure you have all your pimples are popped. Hey, that sucks. I didn't know where to go with that. I just like that's just bad. Well, I mean, shit. Congratulations, Candace.
Thanks. I feel a lot better. It's amazing the things that working out change, like things that you don't even think about, right? So obviously you're going to look better after a while, you know, once your body starts to change. But also it helps my sleeping habits. It's controlled my appetite. I have more focus. I feel like happier. My skin is breaking out and then it's going to clear up. That's what the doctor said. Like all these things that working out affects, and you just never, the only thing that I associated with is, okay, I'm going to get some muscles. I'm going to slim down, but not all these like psychological, emotional, neurological effects. It makes everything better. It's amazing.
Guess I got to start doing it then. Guess I got to get back to it. I've been cheating on my on our walks. Like if you can actually look up my Fitbit, I do about 10 to 12,000 steps a day.
That's really good.
I lost mine. I don't know where it is.
They're work steps. So that's why I say it's cheating, because my job is mobile. So it's not like I have a chance to not get the steps.
I know, but you're still getting that much movement in versus somebody who sits at a desk all day.
Leave me alone. That's my job.
No, I sit at a desk all day too. And if it wasn't for going to an hour of boot camp every day, my steps would be maybe 2,500.
Yeah. And I don't do like, I mean, my thing is just doing actual like active workouts. I don't do like the treadmill stuff. So I'm not going to have the steps to count. But like right now I'm like stuck because I'm doing this rebuilding my running motion workout.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm not able, like in order to not like, because I'm tired of getting hurt. So I went to the specialist and he said, okay, well, we're just going to retrain your body on how to run properly, because apparently I'm doing it wrong. So I have to like learn how to like do the first two like poses. I don't even know, like they're just poses where like that's part of the run, and then eventually they're going to give me the whole run.
Huh?
Yeah.
There you go. Did they check your shoes? Make sure you're wearing good shoes, good support.
I got some advice that I probably need to change my shoes, but it's hard because like my feet are weird, so no one really.
Still wearing those New Balances?
I'm wearing Brooks.
Brooks brother shoes?
Just Brooks.
It's not his brother.
If he's running in Brooks, he's
running in not his brother.
Yeah.
Joey's jogging in wingtip shoes. That's what.
Okay, well, I mean, you know what, guys? I'm proud of you guys. You guys are doing better with yourselves. Oh, DJ Marcus just sitting over here getting older and fatter.
Do keto, Marcus.
Do
keto. You would have a support system because Joey and I are both doing it.
Everybody's doing. I mean, I did cheat on my keto this weekend.
I can't.
I was at a pool party.
I don't believe in keto.
Joey's doing the Cheeto diet. Anyway, go ahead. What were you saying, Marcus?
I don't believe in keto.
What do you mean you don't believe in it?
I don't believe it's true.
Well, I don't believe most of it either. So, but I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
See,
you literally watched it work for me. Like,
I think it works for whites.
Oh my, no, that's wrong. It worked for me. Years ago, I did it and didn't know it wasn't called keto, but I did like a moderate protein, high fat, zero carb diet and I must have lost 30, 40 pounds in like a couple of months. So it definitely works, but all these health benefits that they say, it cures cancer and autism and all of this other shit. I don't know about all of that. I mean, because you're just basically like eating nothing but grease all the time, like clogging your arteries. It can't possibly be healthy. But I definitely know it works for weight loss, at least in the short term.
The cholesterol only sticks in your veins if your veins are tore up and irritated from inflammation from sugar. So when you eliminate that, then there's a lower likelihood that you're going to have issues from the cholesterol. So that's part of it.
But the keto also burns a lot of muscle too, though. So you're losing weight, but you're losing muscle too.
It's supposed to. The philosophy is saying that it's going to switch your body to fat burn mode as opposed to sugar burn mode. So you're not supposed to lose muscle. It's supposed to be burning strictly fat. But again, I can go back to when I did it before, and I know that I lost muscle because I slimmed down really quickly, but everything was kind of like droopy. So I had to like work out and get everything tightened back up. But I know I lost muscle, even though they say it only burns fat.
Yeah,
I mean, it depends on how you work out.
Well, see, when I did it before, I wasn't working out. I was only dieting.
Exactly.
So I could see the difference.
Sorry, Chip, what were you saying?
I said, no, it doesn't. It's still gonna burn muscle. I mean, what you want to do is you want to do intermittent, and you also want to do intermittent fasting too. I mean, it's
yeah, but I didn't burn muscle. Like you burn muscle if you're like trying to do high intensity stuff because it's easier for your body to break down protein than it is to break down fat. And if you go too hard too quickly or accelerate that burn too quickly, your body's going to use protein because they can get the energy faster that way. But
wait, I shouldn't be working out?
No, you should just structure your workouts a little bit so that you ramp up. You have to give your body time to get into fat burn mode. But if you're already in ketosis, then it's already has plenty of energy. You just don't want to push it like crazy hard because it's going to go, oh, I need more. And I can only get more fat more quickly by burning muscle. So it's you have to be careful with how you go about your business. I mean, there's some muscle burn, but you can control how bad that is, how much that is by how much you do there. But you can still, you're not going to burn so much of it.
I mean, am I not counteracting it by the weightlifting and stuff that I'm doing? Because I'm building muscle while I'm doing this diet. Does that not balance it out?
That helps. Yeah, and it does to some degree. But again, it all comes down to what there's like three sources of energy your body can point at is carbs, protein, and fat. And it points to the one it can get the quickest or is available. So once you eliminate carbs by dieting, your only options are protein and fat. And then it's pointing to one or the other is dependent upon what the demand you put on your body. So it's just a matter of how much demand you put on. If you put too much demand on your body while you're on keto, it's going to switch to burn muscle because it needs the protein.
Okay.
If you think about it, if you drop meat in water, if you put fat in water, the fat rises because it's less dense. So the protein is more packed with energy than fat. So your body burns the good wood. That's what it's doing. So.
Interesting. Well, we'll see what happens. I'm doing the keto, but then I can also just switch to paleo, which I understand is just high protein, low carbs. So we'll see what works best.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends, like what you're trying to do. I mean, the thing with keto is it is good for like getting rid of large amounts of fat. That's why I kind of plan on doing is starting with keto and then switching over to paleo once I kind of get to my zone that I want to be
exactly. Yeah, that was always the plan. I can't eat like this forever. It's too much grease. But I definitely plan to do it to lose a huge amount of fat quickly. And then I'll switch to what I believe is a healthier diet while I continue to like sculpt my body. You know what I'm saying? Like tighten everything up and stuff like that.
Right. But before we lose any more listeners, Chip, what happened to you this week?
Well, I was working out, eating a lot of pizza and burgers. And
Thank you, Chip.
So you were at Planet Fitness.
Drinking a lot of beer, working on those curls. I was trying to
Cheese curls.
build muscle in my forearms, But, what's been going on with me? Not much. I've been doing a lot of shows online with Dat Fan. I don't know if you know Dat Fan, who won
I do.
Last Comic Standing. So we're doing a lot of stuff.
Why'd you sound like that when you said
Because remember the last time I talked about the Dat Fan experience?
No, what happened?
When he kicked me off of his Zoom show because I was attending to my phone because my grandmother was dying.
Oh, did he know that? Did he know your grandmother was dying?
Yes, I told him that.
Uh,
I said my something's wrong. I think I might need to go. And then he sent me a bunch of red flag emojis and disconnected everything. So I'm glad things are working out for you with him, Chip. But fuck him. I personally don't have I have an issue with that reaction because like I know what those red flags mean, and yeah, he can.
So wait a minute. You said you had an issue, or you told him your grandmother was dying?
I told him that my grandmother was unwell, and I was checking my phone because I was listening to the show, but I was checking my phone for updates because I was going back and forth with my mom about what was going on. And I was trying to find out if I needed to go do something or go be somewhere. And like I said, I think I need to go. And then he sent me a bunch of, because like I was saying, I think I need to go because I need to go check on see what's going on. And then he sent me a bunch of red flag emojis, which I can only assume means don't come. I'm not going to book him again or not let me on again. Never mind that he's making me listen to every shitty comic across the nation and watch that for an hour, which I don't have the capacity to do.
So how can I get booked?
You have to go through the trial.
He's very structured because I mean what he was looking at is, and we've all seen it. If you're on a Zoom show and half the cameras are off and nobody's got their microphone on, he's like, why go through that? Either you support each other. I don't want to sit there and watch someone do their set and then they just, turn the camera off or log off before I get to do mine. So it's like, show some respect because there were a lot of people in Zoom shows that don't stay, that don't listen. And it's like, So
I mean, that's the nature of shows in general. People they dip out after their own set. But and some of it's just because they don't care about anybody's set but their own. But some of it's because they have another spot to get to.
Right. And so his feeling, if that's the kind of comic you're going to be, I'm going to weed you out. I want people that are in a supportive group that, are going to listen and pay attention and give back to the people that listened and pay attention to you. I don't have a problem with that.
And I don't have a problem with it for a period of time, but like, I'm not going to sit there. I'm sorry. First of all, it's across the nation. So the comedy's garbage. And then there's like, it's,
did you just call my comedy garbage? Thanks, man.
There's a lot of bad comics in other areas.
Wichita, Kansas.
It's not just like it's not like just like the DMV. Like I'm used to a certain like maybe I'm spoiled, but like I'm used to what our mics are. But this is like, and then you have like
Joe is
everybody from every different level in this thing for like what was it, like an hour and a half. Where you're supposed to keep your attention on the stuff, and I'm like, I can't. I'm sorry, I don't have it within me.
Is it a workshop?
No,
it's basically like an open mic. It's like a booked open mic.
Oh, okay, I mean,
but it's a Zoom. It's online.
It's a hybrid. He's got people in studio with him and people on Zoom.
Okay,
it's what I imagine hell to be like. So it wasn't for me, but yeah, my biggest issue with him was like the whole red flag thing kind of cut wrong with me. Also, the fact that he was sending me recordings of myself. Yeah, really? Which I like that was fucking weird. You're a fucking weirdo.
He's sending you recordings of you in your box.
Yeah, he's basically trying to say, look, you're not paying attention. Like, but like I didn't. Okay. You're watching me watch the show.
He's the watcher.
Like, aren't you supposed to be watching the comedians to see if you think they're good or not? So you're not paying attention either.
You watch too busy watching Joe.
That's right. Yeah, I've never seen it being recorded, but
Oh yeah, I have it. If I find the text thread it's in my phone, like sent me this clip of me on my phone, and I was smiling because I'm listening to the comedy. I'm just reading the text messages, and like, but I'm like, if you're gonna like red flag me if I tell you what's going on, and you're gonna basically red stamp me like don't add him back, like whatever, then fuck you.
Well, Joe, if you take that stance on a continuous basis, you end up producing your own show, and
Which is
making
a
your
better
life
show
more miserable.
that people actually want to see.
See, that's that ego, Joey.
Sorry,
It's the ego. We gotta get the ego out of this thing, man.
it's not an ego thing. If he was good, he'd still be on television instead.
He was on America's Got Talent.
Yeah,
Would you-
he's also signed to a deal with Paramount. So, and I think he's up for this Vietnam series that's going to be on Netflix. So he's not doing badly. I mean,
good for him. 20 years later.
Joey is hard as
I'm sorry.
no.
He red flagged me because my grandmother was dying. You're not going to get me to turn on this one. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right.
Fuck him and all of the horses he rode in on.
Well,
Okay, well, guess we see how Joey feels about that show that Chip was proud to be on.
No, but please tell your story. I'm just disclosing. My faces aren't in reference to you.
Right. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. No. I went. Originally I was going to get on because he started them. Actually, he started doing Zoom shows before the pandemic, but I went pretty much 2 years with not being able to connect, with his time frame and all that stuff. Because I knew all the rules, but I was doing other stuff. So I'm like, I waited till I was like, okay, I can commit to this, and then I've done them. And then he keeps like, okay, we want you on again. We want you on again. So I'm like, all right, cool.
Okay. Chip's a regular there, Joey.
I know. So was Walter Gottlieb, and I think Sandy Bernstein as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and Josh Dreeben. There are a lot of DC comics that do it.
Oh yeah, Josh Dreeben.
Back-
DMV's Dave Attell.
That's right. But Walter's actually going to be in the hybrid side. He's out in LA right now, so he's actually going to be in the studio on Friday.
Burbank Comedy Festival.
Okay.
Right.
Awesome, man. Hey, say
Which
anything
is-
else happened to you this week?
Anything else going on for me this week? I did my first piece on WPFW on a show that wasn't my show. I did a news piece, a sort of a retrospective of Motown and Lamont Dozier because of his passing. So that was cool. I got to branch out and actually do an interview and in a two-way with a couple of programmers about Motown, which was nice.
Cool. That is cool, man. Yeah, Chip's an interesting guy.
Yes, he is.
Joey, I remember. I specifically remember our last conversation with Chip, and it was a very interesting one. I think we went down a couple of rabbit holes, but they were good ones. And I can appreciate a good rabbit hole.
We always go down a good rabbit hole.
Oh yeah, we don't do too bad with that most of the time. But
Like
hey.
Alice in Wonderland.
That's right.
I
I want to go down the Bugs Bunny rabbit holes. Those are the fun ones.
Those are more interesting, but you got to make sure you don't take that left turn at Albuquerque.
So you find a porky. What?
What? What, sir? Oh
You
man!
heard me.
You're gonna edit that out, right?
not in this particular live stream. Man, we're gonna take a break, Joey,
Okay.
and then we're gonna get into some of these topics, man.
Sounds good.
What's going on in the world?
Trump's raid is ongoing. Ezra Miller can't seem to stop getting in trouble.
Mhm.
And then there's a Harvard professor trying to get alien technology out of the ocean.
Sounds like he's trying to push it to the limit.
Yes.
Trying to get that alien tech. He's trying to go to the solar systems.
Or turn himself into a monster. But we'll find out.
We'll find out with more when we get back with more fun and more thrills on the That Comedy Podcast.
Swear to God, I bought my first block, broke it down and told the block apart. I push and I push. I ride and I ride. The 5 on 95.
And we're back on the That Comedy Podcast. This segment of the That Comedy Podcast is brought to you by Comedy Shows Near Me. That's right, Comedy Shows Near Me every Thursday evening. Come on down to McGinty's Public House in downtown Silver Spring, where you can see some of the best comics in the DMV and around the nation. We've had comics come in from all over the country to perform for you at Comedy Shows Near Me. Every Thursday, doors open at 7:30. Show starts at 8. So be there or be square. Joey, who's on the show this week?
This week we have Hetty Sandberg back hosting.
All right.
We have Abdul Q-Boy Yusuf and Adrian Russell doing guest spots.
Okay.
We have funny man Chuck Best
Yeah, man.
opening the show,
Okay.
featuring Stacey Axler with headliner Ashley Mayo.
All right. Sounds like a good show, man. Sounds like a very, very good show. I'm going to be in attendance. I think this week I'm gonna bring out my special super mix.
Okay.
And they're gonna love it out there in the streets, man.
You're gonna drop the hot box.
I'm dropping the hot beats on them.
Okay.
It's about that. It's about time. You gotta come in. You gotta witness it for yourself. Candace, you coming up?
No.
Well, ain't that some shit? See what happens?
Oh man.
I supported her in all her bald headed dreams.
She didn't.
Support me in my singular bald head dream. DJing in front of a packed crowd of drunkards in downtown Silver Spring.
She didn't even vacillate or consider, man. She just straight out the box. Nope.
See?
I'm not in the state, so that's why.
All right. Would you you're in the state?
If I would come if I was there, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. The face you made.
You're
Duh.
overdue for being in the state.
I don't know why that hasn't happened in a minute.
I gotta make it happen. It's been far too long since I've been down there.
But yeah, man. Down, up, same difference.
I was about to say up there.
Oh man, but Joey, the world's on its ear, man. We're still living in the aftermath of 2016. I think that's what I call the world we live in now.
Okay.
It's just
What are they looking for in his house? I'm too tired to read it. Why? What are they looking for in his house?
Oh. So he had they basically accused him of taking secret documents
espionage
out of the
Well, yeah, he took them. I mean, it's not about they're just accusing him of. I mean, they got 12 boxes the last time they were down there, and they got another 11 this time. So it's like,
okay.
Well,
This is my thing. When you steal top secret government documents, don't keep them at your house. Why?
Right.
Why are you incriminating you? Keep them in a vault or somewhere. That was just dumb.
the storage facility and your kids' names. That's what you're supposed to do. You know?
Something. Don't keep them at your house. You have no alibi at that point. They were at your house. If they were in another location, you could still lie. I don't know how they got there. They're in your house, dude. What are you gonna do?
He couldn't get him to Putin fast enough.
That's right.
He was waiting on Putin to take his eye off of Ukraine for 5 minutes. He's like, "Hey, I got some shit for you, baby."
That's right.
That was
Got
just
Got
a poor
it cheap.
kid.
Got it cheap. Yeah.
So his
But I mean, I don't think it even has. It doesn't have to be top secret. I mean, they're just not. It's like you get fired from your job and you start taking shit home. I mean, it doesn't matter whether or not it was work that you worked on at that job. It belongs to the job. So
Right.
Not those pencils.
Yeah.
Those pencils I took. Those
So
belong
the
to-
stuff that they found, the documents or whatever that he took, they were regarding, I'm assuming, some scandal or some crime that he committed.
No.
Some of them were top secret, and some of them were so top secret that they are not allowed to be viewed anywhere but a SCIF, which is a special facility that has no outside access, no cell phone service, nothing like that.
Mhm.
So it's like,
He stole.
Right, but the documents were about what? About Russia, about our nuclear arms, what?
We
don't know.
secret.
secret.
I mean, they're so top secret that they won't even tell us what they were about. So,
But
Okay.
I don't think he's the type of person who was taking them to take them. I think what happened was he went on vacation. They were like, "You need to finish working on this." He's like, "I'll bring it with me," and then he got left behind. And he just like anecdotes and shit from his presidency that is now in his house. You know, these guys have their campaign shit that's just like in their basement.
It's a whole bunch of
somewhere.
"Make America Great Again" shit.
He did that,
like a bunch of folders from cases that he never worked on.
I disagree with you on that. I think he took them with the intent of selling them later, not selling like state secrets, but he has a traditional. He did this at NBC too. He took shit to sell as memorabilia later. So I don't know that he knew that this stuff was top secret stuff.
Here's
But
his redacted file.
I'm assuming he's like, oh, look at this note. I in his letter I have from the president of France. You know, I'll sell it to you for $2,500. I'll sign it. And,
pocket on eBay.
put it in plexiglass for you or something. I mean, he's all about
If
making
that's
money.
what it is, then it's even more pathetic. This dude out here trying to sell the original version of the Constitution on Facebook Marketplace. Like, what is he doing?
I know. I was asking on Facebook. I said, he took at least 11 boxes of documents. Anybody check the silverware? Are there any paintings missing? I mean, somebody needs to go through, make sure.
I guarantee that painting of Obama that's in the White House is at Mar-a-Lago.
That's right.
With
a mustache, drawn on it, right?
I wish he would take my student loan file and lose that shit somewhere. Good night.
Well, it wasn't his former attorney, Michael Cohen, is not helping him out. He just got interviewed by Don Lemon on Monday, and in the interview, Cohen was asked what he thought Trump's next moves would be in the view of the Justice Department's investigation into whether Trump had broken any federal laws by keeping the classified documents at his Florida residence. He said, quote, "I believe the next scapegoat is going to be Rudy Giuliani."
Exactly. But Michael Cohen's a guy to talk to. Michael is the guy to talk to because he was a scapegoat the last time. So I mean, so he knows that position.
Florida residence? Where does he live in Florida?
Mar-a-Lago.
Mar-a-Lago? Okay, I don't even know where that is. Is that by Miami?
I don't know.
Let me look it up.
It's by Palm Springs.
Yeah, it's not
It's a golf resort.
Oh, okay.
He also said, "I believe that everybody likes a bargain, but Donald Trump really likes a bargain. And I believe that Rudy is like a BOGO. Buy one, get one half off." They're going to throw him under the bus for Mar-a-Lago. And at the same time, they're going to throw him under the bus for Georgia.
Jesus.
That's it.
If they start blaming shit on Rudy Giuliani, that means he's not trying to run again.
They definitely need to, because I just want to, his biopic's going to be hilarious.
The new one? The one where he's not kissing his cousin? What? Right. They made a Giuliani biopic.
Oh.
Where he was played by none other than James Woods.
Okay.
And in it, he made moves on his cousin, which we found out later.
Oh.
He didn't know. Well, he knew they were cousins, but they're like second cousins.
But that movie was made when he was America's mayor, though. That's when he was riding high.
That's what I'm saying. Like this arc is ridiculous.
The sequel is going to be amazing.
Yeah,
best sequel ever. From America's mayor to the president's scapegoat.
Cohen also called Trump Captain Chaos.
Yes.
And to the former president's usual tactic, to throw as much at the American public as he can in order to confuse them. He truly believes the American public has like a 2-day, maybe if you're bright, 3-day window of remembering what's going on.
But also, he's the king of the big lie. I mean, he does these lies that are so outrageous, people can't believe that they're not true. It's like, who would, it's like, this is too incredible to be not true. We got to believe it, So.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna be like OJ and like that dude that killed Trayvon. It's like they didn't get him on the main thing, but then they just they're gonna keep harassing him for the rest of his life for every other little thing that they can get him for.
They're gonna find something.
Yeah, that's what they do. When you get away with like literally murder, right? They just keep like harassing you and finding whatever little thing that they can for the rest of your life. So that's what's gonna happen to him. Like he's never gonna see any peace.
I want him to go to jail. That way I could start yelling 4 more years, 4 more years. 4 more
He's
years.
not going to jail. He's too rich to go to jail.
I'll be yelling at his parole hearings. 4 more years. 4 more years.
This is the guy who thought injecting bleach was a good idea.
Hey, shoot some sunlight and some bleach up your ass. It'll get rid of COVID.
Speaking of sunshine and bleach, Capri Sun has been recalled. Some 5,760 cases have been recalled after being contaminated with cleaning solution.
Okay, so Capri Sun
Mhm.
is what I was told when I was little, an all natural children's drink. When I heard this story, I immediately thought back to the shelves at the store I work at,
Mhm.
and how we can never keep Capri Sun in stock on those shelves. So that means people are buying them at an astronomical rate.
Right.
So when you buy
And
that
feeding them to their children.
and giving them to
Right.
your children, so that means these kids are already poisoned.
Right.
Like, if they
Right.
got them, these kids are dead already. I don't know what to do with that idea. I don't buy them for my daughter anymore. I stopped when she was like, when she turned 5. I stopped giving her Capri Suns because I tasted one and it didn't taste like my childhood.
Right.
It tasted like Chernobyl. It just tasted off. Like it tasted like I shouldn't be drinking this shit.
Mhm.
It's just sugar and chemicals. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
It just felt wrong. So I was like, nah, I ain't giving this to the baby no more. So it's watered down Kool-Aid from what I read on the back of the pack.
Yeah.
But at
Yeah,
the end of the
'cause
day, go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's not real fruit juice because you don't have to put it in the fridge. You can just leave it on the shelf. I mean, it's like
Right.
wait a minute, something that's like all natural. You got to refrigerate that to keep it going. This stuff is
Yeah.
like a Twinkie. You just
Exactly. It's
like-
just sugar and food coloring, and then something to make it liquid. I don't know what the
Yeah.
rest of it is.
There's a brand that comes in cartons that's all juice.
Honest.
No, it's
Did you call it juice? It is not juice.
what?
Minute Maid?
No, it's like juicy juice or something.
Juicy Juice?
Oh yeah,
There is a Juicy Juice, Joseph.
yeah.
Huh?
There's a Juicy Juice.
Juicy juice is a thing.
Okay, is that I'm right? And that's 100% juice.
Hell to the no, it's not.
It used to be.
It was when we
Well,
were little. All that shit
They
used
say
to be.
it's 100% juice. I don't know about that.
Capri,
But that shit was shelf stable.
all I know is all the juices I buy at the store are always in the refrigerated section. They're never just sitting out
Not on the shelf.
on the shelf. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I don't buy that shit. I'm just saying.
I mean, I have bought shelf stable juice
Right.
in the
But there's
past.
something that makes it shelf stable.
Yeah, it's chemical.
Preservatives and sugar.
I believe it's called pasteurization, and then they seal it in a.
They don't
container.
pasteurize that shit, Joey. No, they don't pasteurize it. I sell it. I know what they do to it. They pee in it and then they seal it. They seal it with a
Oh,
kiss.
hush.
They think that there's a jellyfish in the vat. I don't understand.
They pee in the batch and they seal it with a kiss.
Ugh.
That's why they explode in your backseat.
And the funny
Children
part,
are terrorists.
the funny part is it's Kraft Heinz merged, but I just watched a documentary from the History Channel on like the titans of industry. They started as these little entrepreneurs, and how Kraft started as a guy who just made a cheese paste to try and make shelf stable cheese. And Kraft, or the Heinz guy, was like failed at like 8 businesses before he figured out, hey, I should make a tomato ketchup because food tastes terrible.
Mhm.
You need
That's
someone
it.
to make it not to hide the awfulness of the food, not make the food better. No, we're just gonna make something to put on it
Mask.
so that
Yeah,
to
that's
mask the rotten meat we're eating. Ugh. If they could see what's happening today, they'd be like proud because this is exactly the same shit they were doing.
It's like, oh, look at my baby. It's growing all up. I mean, like I've watched that show too.
Yeah.
I watched the fast food episodes.
Oh, those are funny.
Those are hilarious to me because I'm watching Ray Kroc beat everyone to submission behind McDonald's brand. And then it's like, why is it so, like when you go to McDonald's, it's always the same and it's like stringent. And I'm like, this motherfucker beat people to centuries. He beat people in the future to do what he wants them to do.
No,
Right.
the episode about the McNugget was hilarious because the amount of shit he put that chef through. The chef's coming up with all kinds of shit, and he's like, "No, this isn't it." And he would just pick it up on the plate and throw it. A world-renowned chef he's hired, and every time the chef makes something, he just throws it against the wall. And it's like, does he have to do it that way? No, but he's ready to cry.
But he's a dick.
He is. I still think there's a problem in these. You know that it's going to be a terrible piece of food when they talk about the way it's made. It's extruded through. It's like extruded. What do you mean? Well, it's chunked up, chicken and stuff, and then we extrude it into the form that we want. Like, my grandma didn't make anything extruded. No, you cut the chicken up. You don't extrude it. It's like.
Well, if you ever make chicken paste, you're making the wrong thing anyway.
That's it.
It's just a ridiculous ass piece of natural facts. What else going on, Joe?
So monkeypox is a thing.
Yeah, I heard about this monkeypox thing. Now, it came out like years ago, but it started roaring strong during Pride Month, and then they said it was the new gay disease. That's what all the Republican channels are telling us.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not a gay. I know it's not a gay disease. It wouldn't make any sense to be a gay disease.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, it was first discovered in 1956. I mean, it's been around for a while, and it was primarily seen in the African continent. Now, the thing about it is, it's not sexually transmitted. It's transmitted through contact, so close physical contact. So once you have it in the community, a small community like, gay men or bisexual men, then of course the transmission is going to stay in that area. There's not a lot of crossover. Even with bisexual men, you're still not going to have as much crossover. And so that's why here we're seeing it in that community, and pretty much it's like 99% of the people that have it are male, and 98% are homosexual or bisexual men. It's because of the people that are together having that skin to skin contact. But it doesn't. Just like HIV wound up exploding in the whole culture, even though it started out just in gay culture to begin with,
Yeah, I mean it eventually will spread out. I mean that's the nature of disease. It's gonna get to everybody at some point. But it's that stigma that they attach to it first.
Right.
That's what the problem.
The terrible thing is that we have a vaccine for it, and what's worse is that this thing has been going on for at least 4 or 5 years in Africa, and we had a vaccine that we could have given to people in Africa and stopped it there, but we didn't. And so we let 2 million doses of this vaccine expire rather than give it to people in Africa. It's like, so it's kind of like, we call this on ourselves.
Yeah, those monkeys don't need the monkeypox vaccine. Yeah. I think that's what the general consensus was.
But when you delve back into it, it's also part and parcel with back to 2016. One of the things that Trump did is he let the early warning system go away that Obama had put in place, where we had satellite medicine in other countries to look for this kind of stuff, to catch viral outbreaks before they got to America. And Trump dismantled all that. So
Captain Chaos said it again.
Yeah. So some people are trying to help by sharing their stories. There was a guy in Houston, resident by the name of Silver Steel, went ahead and posted kind of as he was having symptoms, so he could share what the stages to kind of go through. And he's got 9 pictures here from July 11th through August 1st, and you can kind of see the progression. And the symptoms basically are, they vary from person to person to some degree, but there's typically an onset of fever, chills, flu-like symptoms, fatigue, and then you're going to end up with usually lesions developing shortly thereafter.
Mhm.
And those then will progress to like big bumps or lesions by that. And then by day 18 it starts kind of coming back down, but there's a lot of scarring. So
Well, and it's very painful. I mean, it's a pox virus, so it's in the family with smallpox and chickenpox, and then the pain is and shingles, because shingles comes from the chickenpox, so it's that pain that people experience with shingles, where like you're dragging your butt across glass, it's supposed to be pretty horrible.
yeah.
Don't want that shit, man.
Don't want it.
Don't come near me if you have a cold.
And if you get the pox near your eyes or in your eyes, you can go blind. So I mean, it's
Yeah, I might not do jiu-jitsu for a while.
Thank you.
that's right. Don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
Full body condom jiu-jitsu. That'll be an interesting.
You know who else I don't want touching me?
Who don't you want touching you, Joe?
Ezra Miller.
Isn't he the Flash?
That boy can't stay out of trouble. He can't
Oh,
stay out of trouble.
But he'll touch you real quick. You won't even know he touched you.
Is he a they now?
Is he? Oh,
I don't know.
This article says the Flash star Ezra Miller says they are seeking treatment for complex mental health issues.
Mhm.
I don't even want to do this no more.
In a statement provided to
Just on that.
Variety by a
On that alone.
representative of the actor, Miller broke their silence about
What?
troubling behavior that they have exhibited in recent years,
Oh,
which
is he
has
a
led
they,
to a
them?
series of legal issues and assault and abuse allegations.
Like-
Miller also apologized for their actions. Either that or he's fucking Venom. Like, having recently gone through a time of intense crisis, I now understand that I am suffering complex mental health issues and have begun ongoing treatment. I want to apologize to everyone that I have alarmed and upset with my past behavior. I am committed to doing the necessary work to get back to a healthy, safe, and productive stage in my life.
He's a they them though.
The embattled actor, who is a non-binary and uses they, them pronouns, played DC Comics character Barry Allen in the 2017's Justice League and its 2021 counterpart, Zack Snyder's Justice League. But their role in the comic book franchise has been overshadowed by their off-screen behavior, which has alarmed friends and associates of the actor, as well as Warner Brothers, the studio behind The Flash.
Oh yeah, he's a they them.
Yes.
I just pulled. Here's the thing. I just pulled up a picture of him.
But is he still got the teenage girl living in his house? What's going on with that?
I don't even know anymore. He said he was most recently charged with felony burglary in Vermont.
Yeah, he got drunk and broke into a house.
Police investigated an incident involving several bottles of alcohol being taken from a residence while the homeowners were not present. The actor made headlines in 2020 after recording a surface in which they appear to be choking a woman outside of a bar in Iceland.
But they just played Dumbledore's nephew.
It's just amazing how he like travels and does it. Like it's always in some bizarre location. It's never.
That's it.
He's in Kuala Lumpur. showing people
That's
how-
because he's trying to stay in front of the police. He's like, but the
When
the
they
thing
fall-
about the
Go
thing
ahead.
about the burglary is apparently he was staying at it's like a big place, and he was staying at the place, kind of like an Airbnb part of this big house. And I guess he broke into the house and started drinking their liquor, and then they called the cops on him. So
And the funny part is the movie's not even out yet, and it's supposed to be the entry into the DC universe.
right.
But also they canned Batgirl at the same
I
time.
know. It's like if you're on the Batgirl team and you're seeing that they're still supporting Ezra, you're like, what the? It's like, wait a minute.
I mean, if ever Marvel was vulnerable and they just can't get out of their own way, and now they're saying they're not going to do the Batman 2.
What?
And they're not going to do a sequel to the Robert Pattinson Batman.
Right.
I didn't like that Robinson Pattinson.
Oh, I thought
liked it. I thought it was. Oh, go ahead.
it was a beautiful idiot.
I just don't like him.
Oh, okay.
I've never liked him. I haven't liked him since Twilight. I liked him in Harry Potter. Didn't like him in Twilight. So I kind of got done with him. And then he was in that movie with the plane, that 9/11 movie that didn't make any sense of why they had to draw on 9/11 pain. make a love story movie that doesn't make any goddamn sense.
I mean, I just thought he was unnecessarily emo as Batman. It was weird. And then
Yeah, but the storyline was more like DC It was more like a detective comics, the way the original Batman was.
but he was a terrible detective. Like he didn't solve any crime. He was so bad at it that the bad guy finally had to just tell him it was me. He didn't actually prevent any crime at any point in the movie.
Joey, detectives don't prevent crime, right? They come after the crime already committed. So
he did an assault at the beginning of the movie to prevent an assault, and then proceeded to just like not be a very good detective.
I mean, Batman was never supposed to. I don't know what Batman was ever supposed to be like the movie version of Batman.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Michael Keaton's still my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, he's still even though that movie doesn't hold up. Like if you watch
Not
it,
even a little bit.
Not even a little. It's kind of rough.
None of those movies hold up. The visual effects in all those movies is trash.
Right. That's the worst part of Batgirl being canned is that Michael Keaton had a cameo in it. So I was like, man,
damn it.
Well,
let's hit one more, Joe, and look at it.
Okay. I lost track. Oh, a Harvard professor is trying to recover alleged alien technology from the ocean. Astrophysics professor Avi Loeb was the strongest serving chair of Harvard's astronomy's department until he got snapped up by a White House Science and Technology Advisory Committee. His next adventure lies at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean.
Okay, what is his next adventure?
Yesterday, NBC reported that Loeb wants to recover fragments of an interstellar meteor he says fell to Earth in 2014 after it arrived from outside our own solar system. In 2019, Loeb and one of his students, Amir Siraj, published a not yet peer-reviewed paper that said the meteor must have been made of material tougher than iron to survive its trip.
Okay.
So he wants to recover the... Loeb believes it may be a artifact from a distant alien civilization.
Sounds like somebody saw Nope.
Pretty much. The last time I heard of a rock coming from a different solar system and landing on Earth was in Starship Troopers, and we got into a war with mosquitoes for 20 years.
Right.
I don't want to go into that war. That war was trash.
No, that
was a trash war.
Well, NASA has a mission to a massive gold mine asteroid because they're trying to go get so everyone's chasing money is what it sounds like.
Or movie plots. I mean,
seriously,
gold asteroid. That's Don't Look Up, right? It's like
Don't Look Up. Like literally why everything went to shit and Don't Look Up. They could have deflected the fucking asteroid. They're like, no, let's bring it close to Earth so we can get the minerals.
Get the gold. Okay.
Right.
I know why.
You gotta like the rich guy. As soon as they're like, oh, we messed up. He's out of there. He already had a backup plan. He's
way ahead of it.
I got a ship waiting for me. No problem.
They landed on some planet and what's her name? Oh my god, I'm having a complete meltdown. Who was the president?
Oh yeah,
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep.
I keep calling her Cheryl Streep, but I knew that was wrong. Meryl Streep got my alien.
No.
Yeah,
that's a little different.
Naked, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
they were all naked in the ship.
Yeah.
Oh wow. All right, Meryl Streep naked. I think I might go watch that movie.
That's a common trope in sci-fi movies, that something about space, everybody got to travel naked. I don't know what it is.
Speaking of sci-fi tropes, orcas have sank a sailboat and ram another on the same morning. Scientists are looking for answers, reports say.
I got the answer.
Free Willy.
Pretty much. These goddamn things are called killer whales for a reason. Let's not play the semantics game. Call them orcas now. No, bitch. These are killer whales. That means they are designed to kill and eat whatever they see. They do it to dolphins all the damn time. I watched a video where they tossed a dolphin or a seal in the air just to fucking play with it.
I mean, dolphins are rapists, though. So
hey, they're all black and white rapists. multicultural rapist. That's all the sea is full of.
That's it.
But again, these animals are not designed for to be around people in their regular habitat.
Orca
The ocean's
attacks-
too goddamn big.
Orca attacks have sometimes immobilized sailboats, but local media said that in this instance, it caused so much damage the vessel started to sink. 5 crew members who were on vacation per the Sun made it onto life rafts and radioed for help. A nearby fishing vessel was able to rescue them. I kind of get that.
Yeah, I mean,
see a sailboat, you say, oh, "Fuck Captain Ahab over there," and
right. These,
thank their battleship.
Yeah.
yeah, because I mean, these dudes are dropping stuff in our house, in our home all the time. Fuck them. You know, it's like,
Hey,
I'm Team Orca. Although this is marks like a concerning string of like animal attacks. Like we had that elephant that like murdered that lady.
that
and then-
murdered and remurdered that woman.
Yeah, and then there was like that. There was like, there was some place where like monkeys were attacking
Monkeys
people.
on a rampage in Japan,
right. Yep. Yep.
and now orcas are killing them in the sea. So we got land, the trees, and the sea.
But you know, elephants got it right. They should be killing all of us. I mean, I don't know if you've seen this trend now. I mean, we always thought that evolution took a long time, but there are elephants now in the wild that are growing without tusks. They've developed a survival mechanism not to have tusks anymore because we've been killing them so much. So I mean, elephants, yeah, they got a right to fuck anybody up, I think.
The tuskless elephant was getting all the. Oh my god, that's a movie plot. Like it would be like an aliens came tomorrow and started hunting humans for like how attractive they were. So like then only eventually it'd be only like ugly people left.
Right.
Okay.
Is this an adaptation to the new Prey? Is this a movie theme? Is that what this is?
Hey, it's like
Everything we talk about could have come from a script.
Could be a movie.
Let's see how many more we can get. Whole Foods CEO John Mackey says he believes it's a privilege, not a given right, to be able to do meaningful work in your career.
That's it.
Well, he works for Whole Foods, so.
Right. But you know, that's what they want. That's what they have to make you believe. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
that's how they get people to aspire to be janitors. You know, it's like we need menial workers. You know.
Yeah, I think younger people aren't quick to work because they want meaningful work. You can't expect to start with meaningful work. You're going to have to earn it over time. Younger workers would beg to differ.
Yeah, everybody believes that they can start off in what they want.
Right.
Why else did we go to school and do all this dumb shit in school to just do menial crap? Like,
I agree.
But let's be honest. You know, a CEO of Whole Foods, there is something that these guys can do to tip that scale. It's like, all right, you can't do meaningful work as your job, but you can get paid. You know, it's like, and that's the deal. Is they want you to realize, they want you to be able to take in, I'm not going to do meaningful work and I'm going to keep this, you know, $5 an hour job. It's like, no, you know, back in the past, people didn't get to do meaningful work, but you know, a guy who was a garbage collector could have a 2-bedroom house in the suburbs and raise his kids.
right.
You know,
That's where we're getting away from, is we're getting away from the other side of the coin, you know? And I think these guys are looking at, okay, I can't do meaningful work and I also can't get paid. Well, wait a minute, you know?
Yeah, what's the point, man?
A February LinkedIn survey of 80% of job hunting Gen Z workers said they were looking for roles that better aligned with their interests and values. By comparison, this figure was 59% for millennials, 49% for Gen X, and 47% for baby boomers.
Right. You know, the interesting thing is that it's the CEO of Whole Foods, because Whole Foods is now owned by Amazon.
Yes.
Now, the CEO, not the owner of Amazon, but the CEO of Amazon makes 6,500 times the average employee salary.
Right.
It's like 6,000. I mean, that's like, okay, you working for Amazon is just a regular worker. You got to work 6,500 years to make what your CEO made in a year. That's what's wrong. That's what's wrong. It's like, okay, if I can't do meaningful work, at least I should be able to get paid enough to have a meaningful life. That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking.
Here's the real problem. Gen Z workers haven't realized that this is a futile gesture. There is no such thing as a company that is going to do that. Like it's
No.
not like, even if you think it is going to align with your interests and values, it won't, because somebody's going to make a decision that you're not
That pisses
empowered
you
to
off.
do.
Yeah.
Right. Well, someone's going to make a decision that's about money and not about you. That's what it is.
I applaud them for maybe them being a little more demanding of their employers will help shift that. But see, this goes back to being the millennial viewpoint of, we're just like saw it all burn down. Like it just we're so fucking jaded that we just like, that's gonna be that way. Like we have the same mentality that Gen Z does. We just tired.
Right.
We know.
Yeah, because I'm old enough to know if you work at a job and they start calling this a family, they're just saying that to get ready to fuck you. That's what it is. Welcome to our family. They're about to fuck you. It's like,
doing that.
This is a West Virginia family. They're gonna bend you over. It's like,
that's they're only doing that so they can have joint birthday parties for everybody in a birth month.
1 month.
They get one cake per month.
January, on the first of the month, we have a birthday party for everybody.
That's right.
For that month.
Here's
We family, and sometimes family don't pay allowances. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's like, we family. We don't gotta pay you.
Oh man, we're gonna get out of here, Joey.
Yeah.
All right, man. It's been a fun week, man. It's been a real fun. Chip, where can people
Thanks for having me, guys.
Where can people find you, man?
You can find me on Facebook and Twitter at Chip CHIPPJ, and on IG at Chip CHIPP Jones JONES.
Awesome, Joey. Where can they find you at?
As always, at LaFaro Comedy, LOFAROCOMEDY, and you can always find us at Comedy Shows Near.me on Instagram, www.comedyshows.near.me on the web.
Awesome. You can find me at djmarcus.comedy on any of the social media platforms. You click on .comedy, you will find DJ Marcus and our other host, Candace. You can find her just Candace on all the social medias. So just click it on, man. Have fun with us. You can meet us all online. You come out to some of our shows. Just have a blast with .comedy, because .comedy is here for you. And we will see you next time, folks, for more fun and more thrills on the .comedy podcast.